Okay. Get out of here. All right, everyone. I tested my new computer and we're all set like Jimmy Johnson. It perfectly works. So is a barn burner and the other is a fairly all right, everyone. I tested out my computer, so we're all set like Jimmy Johnson as it works perfectly. I'm going live on my YouTube channel for the Gatorade Twin 125s to set third on back for Sunday's Daytona 500 for the 65th running. Be there. Mark Oliveras Enterprises at Mark Oliveras 0215. All right. Say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome Blue Green Vacations Chief Financial Officer and Chief Operating Officer Ray Lowe. Yeah, I gotta post everything, and then I gotta get my snack ready. Drivers, start your engines. Oh my god, that guy's pumped. Damn. Thank God. Fuck Harvey. It's still the 125 to me. Daytona 500. The truck that helps you. It's our new obituary. The truck of the outdoors. The early adopters and the rising generation. This is what truck owners are switching to. This is what it means to be a Ram. Now with 2.9% financing for 72 months, get an average $10,207 in finance savings on our most popular models.
For COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttreat. Breasttreat gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breasttreat won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttreat more than prescribed. Breasttreat may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Oh, someone's here. Someone joined. Hello, whoever's there. Urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttreat.
All the 2-mile oval at Auto Club Speedway. We're talking 5 wide, full throttle, next gen cars, ripping up laps inside some gorgeous mountain thunder badge. Oh, it's got plenty of better. So, Auto Club Speedway.com. That's a TikTok song. I gotta mute it because of copyright. Because of those copyright bastards. Austin! Oh, there's the king of being. Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. The king of being all set was on the TV. It's gonna feel so damn good to say that shit. Familiar ones in new places as we get ready to set the field for the Daytona 500 in 2 150-lap races. The field is split in half. This first race will decide the inside lane. Inside lane. Sunday's Daytona 500.
Let's check in with those 7-time champions.
The king of being all set. Let's move out of the way so you can see. Be aware of some falling bottles that I'm saving. That I'm using for a NASCAR collection on the desk. So I apologize in advance if you hear banging sounds. The king, look at that. The king of being all set. Remember the tagline, all set like Jimmy Johnson? Yep, that's him.
Buddy, this is going to be your 20th Daytona 500. Can't wait to watch.
Oh, I'm so glad he's in. I mean, that's awesome. I used to despise him at Hendrick in the 48 at Lowe's Chevrolet Monte Carlo.
All right, let's take a
because he won too much.
Things here with our crew chief Larry McReynolds in the Toyota Cutaway car. Now let's go to our Toyota Cutaway car.
Man, he was already talking before they cut to him. What kind of bullshit is that? Man, Fox is already on that good stuff of their coverage. Oh, we'll be watching that for sure.
Johnson thought he had an engine problem in qualifying last night because the car had so much drag in it compared to the last time he was in a Cup car. After being in that space shuttles.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at the blue-green vacation starting grid. For race number 1, pole sitter for the 500, Alex Bowman, started on the pole in all 6 of his duels with Hendrick. His teammate William Byron won a duel in 2020 there in Chevrolets. Boards in roads.
A lot of those races that actually were supposed to happen that did happen are forgettable because of all the stuff that went on after the Newman near fatal crash in the 500.
Last year, and Bubba Wallace top 7 in all.
Tunes look hideous. Like, use real pictures. I mean, the dumbasses who feel like the cartoon is a good idea need a serious reality check.
And Ty Gibb, the Cup Series rookie, last year's Xfinity Series champion, makes his first start. Christopher Bell in a Toyota dual runner-up in 2021, and there is 7-time Jimmy Johnson.
The king of being all set.
Daytona 500 winner, and Eric Jones, who won here in July of 2018.
Noah's teammate.
Zane Smith.
Zane! I got root for him. I don't get to relax this year like in 2021 with Ty, Dylan, and Noah. Austin.
He won a duel in 2021.
Hell yeah, that was 3 days before I Kurt Shelmerdine 27. I don't get to relax this year, unfortunately, with Zane, kind of like Ty, Dylan, and Noah in 2021, and Ty's in this race too, and Ty in 2015, yeah. Races way in. Oh dear.
Same menu for Duel 2. Austin Hill can race his way in, or if Travis Pastrana does, he may get in on time. Connor Daly has only one choice. He did not get to qualify last night. He must race his way in.
Oh, good luck to him, I guess.
We're going to test pit road speeds for the drivers in this first duel. So let's get out of pit road, beginning with Jamie Little.
Jamie.
They don't have strength in numbers. Just 3 cars in this duel, 4 in duel number 2. Now, last night in qualifying, that really wasn't their main focus. Their fastest car was Bubba Wallace in 11. But when it comes to racing, this is what they came to do. These cars are set up to race. I asked Christopher Bell, though, what's it going to take to focus on this race, learn what you need to, and win? He said, we're going to run with our teammates, but we know we don't have enough strength. We need to find some other buddies to run with if we want to get the job done tonight. Regan?
I met Regan Smith at MIS in 2019 when I met Jamie Little again. Nice guy.
For him, very simple. He's got to stay ahead of Chandler Smith and finish in front of him when we get to the end of this duel race. I spoke to him earlier.
Oh, it's the battle of the Smiths.
because he's been busy with the Truck Series all day long. The 2022 Truck Series champion has 7 wins, including 1 last year here in the Truck Series at Daytona. Plenty of experience, but he's going to have to deal with some pressure. Josh Sims?
Yeah, speaking of pressure, 20
Oh, I don't know who that is. He's new.
in the Daytona 500. To do that, he's got to race his way in ahead of those 2 other open cars in duel number 1. His week got off to a rough start as his car kept cutting off during qualifying. Well, they fixed the battery, fixed the connectors, hoping that was enough. He's going to start from the back of the field, but Chandler tells me, hey, that just means he can race the way he always loves to race, and that's being aggressive, guys.
Oh, the pace car's off. Hurry.
Here's how the field is set for the Daytona 500. Last night, the front row was locked in. Hendrick Chevy teammates Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson. Duel number 1 sets the inside lane for the 500. And the highest finishing open driver or driver in a car that does not have a NASCAR charter, there are 36 of those, will earn a starting spot. Then the final 2 positions goes to the open drivers, falling back on qualifying speed. So we'll keep you updated on those battles as we go through the night. But every position you advance in this race moves you up 1 row on the Daytona 500 starting grid.
Okay, there's my snack.
Know how they split this 60-lap race up. That is where all the magic has happened in the last 2 races.
We expect the manufacturers to pit in groups.
Okay, green flag, baby. And away we go. And away we go. Green.
These drivers have seen these lineups. They've looked at their moves, tried to find the best matchup that they pair with. Maybe their teammate, maybe their manufacturer ally. Everybody knows where they want to be. How do they get there?
Come on, Instagram. Finish posting already.
This is the very first lap in the draft any of these drivers have turned this year.
Saw Alex Bowman there going into turn
Almost
3.
done.
From Ryan Blaney, and Alex said, I don't think I want anything to do with that. He just kind of moved up and gave the inside away.
It's all yours.
Ryan Blaney,
Ross Chastain right back. Here comes Alex Bowman on the outside. Big shove.
Blaney from 4th and Bubba Wallace from 6th.
That is going to go.
Oh, the sucker hole, that's the middle. You don't want to be there. That's been like that since I was a kid in the early 2000s. Blake Harris, that's Caitlin Vincey's husband.
You see, Alex, he's just being smart. It's literally risk versus reward. You're going to hear us talk about this multiple times tonight.
Okay, one more tweet and I'm all set. Like Jimmy Johnson.
His car is, but he does not want to get him in a position where he has to go to a backup car and loses that full starting spot.
Chastain on the outside with rookie Ty Gibbs and Christopher Bell. It's Blaney and Bubba Wallace, William Byron on the bottom.
And there's your ride right there. Those 2 cars back there, Zane Smith and Chandler Smith, door to door. But
Oh no.
them guys picked it into the 500, and the other one goes home. No practice, 1 lap of qualifying. All these guys have had so far so good. See good blocks out of Blaney, good pushes out of Bubba Wallace.
Blaney and Kid Headaways. How far is too far to get in front of this group?
It's a great point, and that's what these guys will be paying attention to. I mean, the spotters will be screaming if that lead driver gets too far out. The hard part is you get out too far and then try to make an adjustment, the whole field will go by you. So you have to catch it really, really early.
So boom, and a pole sitter for the Daytona 500 already backing way off.
I don't blame them. I would too if I was on the pole and I didn't want to tear that shit up like Terry Labonte.
Have trouble here and have to go to a backup car. You lose that front row starting spot.
If it's not fixable, if anything.
And after tonight, these guys are going to have 2 practice sessions, one tomorrow, one Saturday. They'll have time to get that car driving the way that he wants it to drive. The important part was getting the task done last night or getting on that front row for the 500 on Sunday.
2x2, good pushes from both. Help. You see Chastain and
Oh, so the two people are in here. Shit.
teammate Eric Jones right behind him.
Look at the inside.
How do we-
Second place. Got married New Year's Eve. You know who was in his wedding party? Brian Blaney, the leader, right in front of him.
Well, let me tell you something. He'll help him right now. When it comes to the end, he's out.
Okay, we're all set like Jimmy Johnson. Ties in 14, so this will set the inside row. The third, 36, 9. So I got to figure out what Austin and Ty are going to do, and hope watch Zane's progress. Gibson salsa for the Gatorade to win 125.
Trying to learn how good it sucks up to the car. Yeah, I mean, the car's on the outside, grabbing with the air, grabbing that car and pulling it back. So trying to figure out how close do you tuck it to the cars on that other the inside.
Let me take it a little bit.
Yeah, this is where we could have used that second jar that had plenty left in there, but I wasn't thinking clearly. I know for next time.
Exactly the way they want the Daytona 500 on Sunday. So trying to figure all that out, sort that out, take care of this car he's doing is tricky.
And just like you mentioned there, last night when they go to qualifying, they're not thinking, is that steering wheel exactly straight where they want it? They're just really concentrating on being as smooth as they can. So it's all.
Let me move out of the way so you guys don't bitch at me.
Figure out how to
You can't see the damn thing.
Junior Lowe.
And Alex Bowman on the pole for the third time in the Great American Race. He came on the radio and said, man, this car is just too hard on the left rear. Of course, it's qualifying setup, Mike, and you talked about it. It is not comfortable right now, so buy.
Oh, Bowman jumped all the way back, and I don't blame him.
They have to put on it tomorrow for Sunday.
You said I'm sorry.
Gamble. Say you set that thing up to go for the pole and by some reason it doesn't make on the pole. Now he's got to race his way in for position on this duel. That's a risky gamble that they took, and it paid off for them. I'll tell you another thing I see out here. You just heard her talk about Jimmy Johnson. You know who's right on Jimmy Johnson's tail? It was his teammate in that Guns N' Roses car. All right, it's all about your teammates and allies. Help.
The second the NASCAR Thunder game. Awesomeness Sports. All right, thank you. Oh, people are coming in.
Kevin Harvick, quick riding 10th. That's Christopher Bell on the outside.
This is going to be a rather quick one. It's just
We'll complete 10 laps. And
a meaningless race, so just set the field for the big show on Sunday.
Bubba Wallace and William Byron, Ford, Toyota, Chevy in that order.
When I started my new kombucha business, there'd be a lot more kombucha and a lot less business. I'm a small business owner. I've learned that trying to be the cool boss is a lot harder when you're actually a stressed boss.
I know everything about my new furniture business. Well, everything except the whole business part.
Not anymore. With QuickBooks, you can confidently manage your business.
Commercials already, of course.
Yeah. Success starts with Intuit QuickBooks.
We haven't even got to Daytona 500 yet. I'm all right for NBC to get here.
Official sponsor of Fans Hearts.
It's your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway sandwiches. Just buy chip footlong in the app and get one free. Free muffins, free waffles, and a footlong for free. This guy loves a great offer, so let's see some hustle.
Milwaukee Intercontinental Championship Break of the 21st. Want to get back at one. Ronda Rousey returns to the ring. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
I have dated a lot of guys in the city. It hasn't worked out for me.
You too pretty to be in a place like this?
What's this?
A lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, never mind.
Would appear that this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event.
Get a low $349 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
Equinox RS. Influencer RS.
So yeah,
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer.
I'll go crazy.
The RS family of heavy SUVs is definitely worth a follow. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all Equinox models, or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Would appear that
We're already starting with repetitive commercials. Like, stop
it's
it.
a Nissan sales event.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
Catch these offers while you can.
Already we're starting with repetitive.
Pre-race coverage begins on Fox 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Our race
All right.
coverage at 2:30 Eastern only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. 60. In the first duel at Daytona, Ryan Blaney still in command over Bubba Wallace, William Byron, Ford, Toyota, Chevy. And Zane Smith.
See, that's what I was referring to. I'm gonna have to take care of that after the race. I'm sorry. I'm not taking care of that now.
So many different agendas on the racetrack. Ty Gibbs, one of those drivers that is just out there trying to gain credibility for Sunday. I spoke to Chris Gale before the race began. He said that is a must for us. Ty is still relatively new to the Cup Series. Only 15 starts 1 year ago. He said that we need to build the trust with these guys. Early on in the race, he was up front, tried making a move, got shuffled back. Now he's going to have to reset and try and go from the back to the front again.
All right, here's a little audio from Team 54.
I got three now, everything else on the bottom of front. I like I was trying to help the 20 out there. I can't myself. It's not thinking much of it. Yeah, it's all good.
Teammates, it's Bell on the 20, Ty Gibbs on the 54. Four is really last year's 18 that was driven by Kyle Busch, who's moved on to Richards Racing. That number sits idle this year. In this 54.
Maybe a missed opportunity.
It's also the same car Bobby Labonte drove when I was a kid, but with the 18. Yeah, and a Pontiac.
Other cars can. That means they pull up to the bumper of the car in front of them. I like what I see out of the drafting of the two units. Didn't see it last night in the speed, but these things showed up for the race.
So why is that the cars that qualify up front at Daytona don't race well, and the cars that give up some qualifying speed handle better?
It's all in the setup. The setup to make them go fast for one lap is way different than making it set up for 60 laps where handling's going to be a factor. The air is different because you're in traffic. You're going to have side drafting, might even be stuck in the middle of 3 lanes wide. So you have to have a car that has drivability and balance to it versus all out speed.
And no changes allowed between qualifying and tonight's duel. They will get a chance to work on these cars through the 2 practice sessions Friday and Saturday, and have everybody handling well for the 500 Sunday. Jamie?
Well, Mike, we've talked about it. These guys, they have not had a practice session yet. So there's different agendas out there. And you look at Bubba Wallace, he's in the 23 in second right now, listening to his radio. He said,
Oh, hey, Antonio. Hey, thank you. All good. All good. Thanks for the birthday wish. This time I did not fall asleep before this race in the stream like last year when I was supposed to bring it to you.
Yet. When it comes to it, it's last 16 taking 17 right here. You heard what nice seller. It's going to be somewhere around that 34 to 36 lap. What we think the fuel window is, will those make a bit? That's when this manufacturer support.
We're streaming again for the 500 on Sunday.
race. I mean, there really just wasn't opportunity for guys to be picky on who.
They lost an entire 70 to 80.
Stuck with the inside line, the outside line, stuck with the outside group. Just in the back is when there's been some shuffling, but they just haven't had the opportunity to take the time to really search out for partners that really want to be tough.
You know, I talked to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47 before tonight's race, and he said the plan for them, they're going to go out there and race. He wants to be aggressive. Didn't qualify as well. He felt his car was. It felt they had speed. He started 14th, got himself into the top 10. He said the key after that, they can't have a slow pit stop. He said they had that last year. It killed them, so they got to execute to perfection tonight.
How about Zane Smith right there? You saw him in the picture right behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr. running 10th.
Yeah.
Race his way in.
The other open car, Chandler Smith in the 13. There is Zane in teal and white. He won the truck race here last year. Working lap 17, Ryan Blaney still out front as we take you side by side.
Yeah, you better.
Look, I know you don't like voicemails, but I hope you're doing great. I wish I was with you. You are so brave. Just keep getting out there. And I hope you all
Toyota. Let's go places.
Oh, I know, Ty, but ever since the Spurs players never stopped getting voted into that, I've just lost my passion for that.
People remember ads with a catchy song. So to help you
I hate
remember
these
that Liberty
commercials.
Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a little number you'll never forget. Only pay for what you need.
It's called the birthplace of Steve. Back then, it was the hardback sandwich last year.
Yeah, I understand that. For me, I like switching back and forth because whenever gun goes to commercial, I go to the other as long as it's not commercial. They're both on commercial. I was like, what the hell? Yes, sir.
Side coverage, the last 6 cars lost.
You would think he'd just be like, hey, this is getting dropped out of that. You know, he's hanging on tough right there. He's actually trying to make a move on the outside.
Damn it! Oh, people are pitting. People are pitting.
Green flag stops for 9 cars.
All Chevy.
All Chevy as well. Both Dillon brothers.
That move around them, he knew they were pitting.
Stops. A lot of lights on the tire changes. Ty Dillon, to catch that group, may not have taken tires.
Oh dear! I hope that's a good gamble. I don't know about.
I mean, I've seen people do it on plate tracks in Thunder 03 and Thunder 04, but that's a game for like over 20 years ago.
It's a great.
Yeah, the plate racing in that game is unrealistic. Yeah, I could have had more dip if my dumbass would have thrown that other one away. I could have been used something to give an extra to tear this shit up like Gary Levante. Oh, look out! Oh, he was fortunate that did not leave the box.
Stayed in the box.
Yes, thank God. He was very fortunate. What?
Chandler Smith.
Yikes. Yikes.
So that would be a pass-through penalty.
That might cost him to make the race. That might send his ass home. You can't have mistakes in the Gatorade Twin 125 as an open car, or as back in the old days when I was a kid in the early 2000s where it was Winston Cup. You know, when there was no stupid ass charter system as a go homer, you can't have mistakes like that if you want to make the 500 or have crashes.
If you're too fast in any one of those sections, it's followed electronically. There's no human component to it.
Well, I didn't know that. Thanks for educating me, Mike Joy.
I saw the angle of seeing the Fords and everybody coming off the turn 2, trying to catch the Chevys. What they will try to do now is gain as much time. If they can catch that pack, they're actually going to buy themselves and bank some time during their pit stop to get back out ahead.
Barry Mack?
Yeah, Mike. Clint and Tony were talking about the high heels, maybe making some moves out there.
Man, Chandler busted for speeding. This might cost them big.
Thing out. Make these mistakes now. This people don't think that. The big race on Sunday.
I with 4th place Erickson Burton, and now with 6th place Kevin Harvick.
One of those now it becomes a lap time battle. What line is running a faster lap time? That's what's going to dictate the next week. After they pit.
Ricky Stenhouse served his penalty last time by. Now Chandler Smith down pit road and serving his penalty.
Costly mistake. Mistakes are always, the Achilles heel on anything, and minimizing those mistakes. Going to need a caution or something to happen to these other two guys for getting to have a chance.
So right now, Zane Smith in 9th place in the race-in spot. Jimmy Johnson is already locked in on speed.
Okay, Jan Tersfield's dad, wrote on my Facebook wall for Pat's birthday.
Here's the factor that we have to see is these lap times there. The difference in
I'm trying to multitask. I'm not good at multitasking in general, but I'm trying to use the computer and the computer at the same time.
It's first sometimes has the advantage because the second group comes out and it's the first group that pits is behind and gets that toe and gets a big run and just goes right on by. This is an opposite scenario where they pitted early. That second group you see coming off the turn 2 down the backstretch, they're getting that draft now, and you see it in the lap times. They're banking that. So it'd be interesting to see how this all averages out by the time not only we get through the whole pit cycle on the Ford side and Toyota side, but where they all land 5-10 laps after.
Spot on, Tony. We're not talking tenths here. We're talking seconds, 2 seconds faster a lap than that group that already pitted. They're running them down in a hurry.
46.50 for Blaney on that last lap. He is the race leader. The William Byron group, 48 seconds, a second and a half, because Blaney's group is beginning to sniff the draft of the cars that pitted earlier.
I think the upper hand goes to them. Saw this last year.
The one where I fell asleep and didn't get to stream it for you guys.
Bubba Wallace, will he fit with the Fords? That's what he has all around him. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Beautiful.
Booty.
Been made. You know who your dancing partner is. We'll figure that out if there's a chance at the end. But I'm only one Toyota and a field full of Fords right here. I'm gonna stick with them.
The next Toyota is Christopher Bell in 7th, and then Ty Gibbs in 10th. So you're right, safety in numbers when it comes to drafting. Absolutely. 46.40 for Blaney, faster that lap. 40 lap again for the William Byron led group that has already made the good step.
And I think you'll see Blaney and that group's number getting smaller and smaller each lap until they catch him.
This is something from this perspective, being up here in the booth, Tony, you never realized what was going on in the car. You're catching them, but you don't know about how quick or when you're going to catch them. If you're gonna
Yeah, that's something I never thought about growing up as a kid and a teen. Hell, even as an adult, I never knew that. Man.
I agree with that lead. You're catching these guys in a hurry. Strategy-wise, this is working right in their playbook.
And they have caught the group of Chevys that did it first.
Watching the Penske cars right now, the 12 of Ryan Blaney, they said we need to come now. The 22 is on the wall. And from the wall, is
My joy.
Blaney comes down, we're going with him.
They come.
And
Getting down to pit road speed before that yellow line. No mistakes. Josh.
Coming into pit as the plan with the rest of the cars have been running with this. We're running inside the top 10. They're going to get some fuel and head back out. Regan.
Things going perfectly right now for Zane Smith.
Zane!
Funky Racing to practice stopping the car for pits just for this moment. They told him not to slide the tires, Jamie.
And no speeding either. Don't speed, Zane.
Smith has lost that draft coming off pit road. I think I saw
That adjustment's already been made.
But again, everybody has to understand, we're seeing these penalties and we're seeing these drivers make these mistakes. You've got to give them a mulligan on this from the standpoint. You can't be upset as a crew chief. You can't be upset as an owner, as a spotter, or any of that. They have not been on the track except for qualifying one lap. So they haven't had a chance to practice coming on pit road, going through the gears.
Oh, I gotta sneeze.
All of that. They haven't done anything.
Excuse me.
This is the time to learn those mistakes. It's unless you're a driver that has to race your way in, it's truly not a large penalty. You're still going to be in the race on Sunday, and you get this out of your system. Now they've got that first cycle. Now it makes everything easier.
So the Ford and Toyota group managed to hit and get back on track without losing the lead. Logano over Harvick, Vettel, Blaney, Bush. With 20 in dual race number one.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers, the doers, to everyone who works hard, and plays hard. Whether it's your first Silverado or your 10th. Thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickups.
Does anybody
I know the stream hasn't hit it big, but
these days?
hopefully come race 2,
Just unwrap one of my
it will, especially if race 2 turns into an all-out demo derby.
Carbs and sugar and 16 grams of protein. Now I've also started trying some new ones. They make it with great stuff like almond butter, granola, Hans, even pretzels. These are today's meal bars. They're a big deal, even if you're not doing
Wait, why is...
Sure, saying yes to winter plan sounds fun in theory.
I know, when I was a little kid, it wasn't like this at all. Maybe NBC and TNT were the closest, but at least they had variety back then. If they had commercial, they had different types of commercials per break. Nowadays, no matter how good or bad the commercial ratio is, it's the same stupid shit, 2 or 3 times per break over and over again. It's like they ran out of ideas to give us some commercial, when it comes to giving us giving us some, certain commercials, certain companies.
It's like nowadays they play the same commercial. Hell, what's even worse is they'll play the same commercial in the like twice in the same break. Modern NBC has lots of commercials too, but not as many as modern Fox. I'm getting tired of this commercial. I love Coke, but I'm getting tired. They've been playing this on over repetitive, overreach. They were doing some over. They were like have this on being over repetitive for years now.
As a walking talking candy, my options are pretty limited.
I never knew there was a purple M&M back in the day. I most likely won't be watching that because I have some shows to catch up on. The Goldbergs, the Ty Dillon and Summit, which is episode 13 when it was in the Germain car, and Not Dead Yet, the Rusty Wallace installment, episode 2. Man, this single file, like separate pack racing looks like Thunder 03 and Thunder 04. Plate racing in an EA game from over 20 years ago. Because I never had that shit happen to me in my game, like everybody else who plays today on YouTube. When I played this casually, I didn't have this.
Audio.
A little bit closer.
But don't worry, we're having something better than this after the race. It's okay. We're having a big steak dinner tonight. My mom restocked on the A1, so we're all set. Like, and we have a brand new Montreal steak seasoning jar, so we're all set like Jimmy Johnson. And the king of being all set is in 15. And that feels good. Kind of like to say it in real life rather than just in a video game or in general.
Yes, they're going to close that gap even faster.
Oh,
And
Papa's coming.
That's from the last car in this first pack to the first car in the second pack.
Right now, in ninth place, the 36 of Zane Smith.
Zane
In
Smith.
position to race his way into the Daytona 500. Jimmy Johnson, who did it on speed. And Chandler.
Kind of like how I felt good last year when Greg Biffle came back to Floyd Money Mayweather's team, or I got to say booty in real life rather than just in a old school video game from when he was at Round. Zane.
Time it was only a tenth and a half. They're going to need to do more than that.
If the front pack stays single file, I think they're going to settle it among themselves.
They stay will to the end. If I'm anybody in that front pack, I'm going to stay that way, single file, listen to your spotter. Do not get out of line for nothing until it's time right there at the end on the last lap.
Well, they're doing that last lap bullshit that, Kyle Pitt, my man Kyle Petty, you say works for, quote unquote, works for Talladega Nights only.
Now, together, they've got their communication, they've worked together. Now they're even gotten a tenth and a half faster than they were before. They're actually.
Well, Zane's in 9.
Alex Bowman is making a pit stop. His first, he did not pit with a group of circulators earlier. And again, his position for the 500 is secure. He will be the pole sitter.
Like what they're doing.
I don't blame him.
Boys and practice, training and preparation.
All right, let's show you the gap from the Joey Logano led pack. You see entering turn number 1. The 13 car, Chandler Smith, all by himself.
Well, he's going home if he doesn't get a caution.
It's off the pace.
Oh, the king of being all set. What happened?
Oh, he called him the 48. I don't blame him. I mean, I can understand that because we're so used to seeing Johnson in the 48 since 2001, 2002. I have a feeling I'm gonna do that shit on Sunday a couple times.
Moderation lag. Anything can happen. You don't know when the caution's going to come out through the full race for a loop. It just stays like this.
Yeah.
This group right here has lost big
People are really used to seeing him in the 40.
Champions on
We
two-time champion.
we were kids.
Third, Busher fourth, 4 Fords leading Christopher Bell's Toyota. 17 laps to go in Wood Green Vacation Duel number 1.
A full screen commercial with 17 to go. $17 to go. I'm surprised. Yeah, a full screen commercial with 17 to go.
Recipes, Beneful, Eat Happy. What brings me for prime time? Goodness, you look like a baby dolphin.
More side by side. I agree, Ty. I'm just seeing this now that I was on another tab. Hell, old school Fox with Mike, Larry, and Daryl in the booth, and Chris and Myers and Jeff Hammond in the Hollywood Hotel didn't do this shit. Dating back to when Dick Berggren was in the pits with the late Steve Burns, my buddy Matt Yoakum, and who else was in there? Jeannie Zelasco, until she had to ditch NASCAR on Fox to go to do her like MLB on Fox duties, which she was more exclusive to. So, which is why they hired Krista Voda on in 2007. Who I miss very much. I wish I would have interacted with her more, but I was too busy focused on Kelly Stavris. But and Jamie Little and Caitlin Vincey and Daniel Trotta, who I met at MIS in 2016. I never met Chris Myers, but I did meet Jeff Hammond in 2005 at MIS. When I had Jeff Hammond sign my lanyard, and as a joke, I had to be funny. 11-year-old me asked him, "Jeff, where's Chris at?" Yeah, even the kid me had a tendency to joke around with famous people I met that were in sports, not television like now, like as an adult, but in sports. I believe. Do you remember Bill Weber, Ty, from NBC and TNT when we were little in the early 2000s? I met him numerous times. He was a really nice guy, and he was also funny. When he always be humorous for the fans that he met. I had to stick my lanyard through the fence in June of 2007 to have him sign it, and then
After he got it through, he tried to pull it in before, made me lean against the fence. And since we couldn't like stand side by side together at the same time, we had to take a picture through the fence. And he jokingly said, I don't know if you understand the context of it, that was his best Paris Hilton imitation. And everybody in the pits that was in that area started bursting out laughing, including my dad and 13-year-old me. I miss Bill Weber.
Fewer than 5 laps to go at this point. Be safe, but this increment keeps it'll close in a little bit, and then it grows a little bit. So you're going to wait a little bit longer to figure out exactly.
Man, Twitter, my Twitter, my Twitter, like live race suites are gonna get a lot of feedback tonight and Sunday. 12 to go.
Lead pack, 7 Fords and 2 Toyotas. Here's the leader. So Joey Logano at the Clash at the Coliseum was in the box.
Oh, who followed me on Instagram? Who done did it? Alex Lambert is blowing me up. It's a lot. Like, oh, it's just I hate these sex bots on Instagram. Like, get the fuck off my page. What the fuck did you do? Oh my god, Fox with another fuck up. Another fuck up. Another fuck.
1 year ago. Kevin Harvick, 4 ball this year.
I mean,
9 laps to go. Sitting pretty in a good spot.
good.
Christopher Bell in 5th place, the leading Toyota. Bubba Wallace in 7th. Tony, you've been looking at these laps and have you given up on his backpack yet? What do you got?
I have. They actually gained a little bit, but it's been because of 2 single cars. They've been able to sniff that draft out. But we'll see what Harvick's got to say about this.
There's Kevin Harvick's team.
Tim Fedewa, I remember Tim Fedewa when he replaced Kerry Earnhardt after Fitz Bradshaw replaced them.
Are really going to play a key role in this at the end. They're going to figure out where the energy is in the pack. If it's really not developing, then you can't be aggressive. You can't pull out. So you're going to have to wait for something to start materializing before you can make it.
Energy. What do you mean by energy?
These guys getting close enough to each other to really give that push and really start building momentum from the back, but it has to come from behind. You can't really build from in front of you. It has to come from behind.
Or an opportunity. And that opportunity, much like I was saying in that second duel last year, that opportunity was a lap car. Student Butcher saw him. It was an awesome move. He saw him catch that lap car, time it perfect, back in.
Oh yeah, I gotta make a new YouTube header. I gotta update it for the 2023 season, not just in NASCAR, but my life in general. Looks like Chandler Smith is going home unless there's a caution. I'm going home.
Sorted things out, made some shuffles there, maybe tried somebody else. See if we can make this line any better.
Yeah, unless there's a caution, Chandler Smith can kiss his Daytona 500 hopes and dreams goodbye.
Faster than the pack with the Chevrolets.
I agree. That's the way it's shaping up so far for sure.
Well, I think they did a better job of the strategy. I really do. They took advantage.
Okay, so 3, 6, come on. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 20 sec. No, 3, 6, I can't fucking count. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Okay, Zane would be starting 27. Oh, I remember that. That's what they were trying to show when they made that fuck up. Okay. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, it's 15. 18, 21, 24, 27,
2 cars side by side.
30, 33, 36. What the fuck?
To go this time. Eating away at his rear bumper. Ryan Blaney in third.
What the hell? What the DF time?
The last 2 laps, they lost 1 second to that second group back there. So it just shows that the pace they were running before, they were maintaining. They would gain a 10th or 2 or lose a 10th or 2. Now in 2 laps, they've lost a second. So you're getting drivers that are trying to
2 to go.
Place Harrison Burton lost the draft to the front 5.
Actually,
He's going to be the Toyota. Big run. Christopher moves up. Now the shaking and the dice is going to happen.
Don't crash. Okay, I think my TV is a little bit behind because they're already on the last lap. Oh, here they come! Here they come! Everybody, you're gonna see it. Pega tu poco más. Here, turn this shit up. Zane can stay away from all that. He's good.
Excuse me, Logano. Logano right in the middle of the racetrack.
Can they hang on to it? Watch that yellow line. Oh, here he comes. Here comes Chris Bell. I don't blame him. Logano. Logano. Yeah!
Zane Smith is in the Daytona 500. Let's go. Now I can relax. No,
yourself in any compromising positions. Got it through, just stayed in line, stayed patient.
no, you're really.
Let the line do the work for you.
Joey Logano has his third career dual win in his 15th try. He's won a dual race in 3 of the last 5 years. Last 2 times, a defending series champion has won his dual was Joey, 2019 and just now.
Kevin was wanting to make that move, and Christopher Bell beat him to it. Beat him to the punch, and now breaks that line up. Huge momentum on the bottom by Blaney.
Zane Smith is in.
You have to take that move right there, Tony. You have to go to the outside, try to keep that energy, that momentum. But it was no match for those 2 teammates on the bottom.
Absolutely. If Christopher does not pull out to the right to try to make that move, he just stalls out and it's over. His chance to win's over.
And you know that Busher in the 17 until the last moment stayed on the inside with his 4 teammates and declined to go to the outside and help that number 20 Toyota.
And that number 20, if he could have kept Bubba Wallace on his tail, his other ally, if you're going to if call it that, I think that would have been a different ball game at the end. But man, you cannot deny this kid. Always aggressive, always in the right spot, especially on tracks like Daytona. I like what I saw at Busher, though. Them RFK cars are fast.
6th career dual win for Team Penske.
At least I didn't have to worry about having a heart attack.
And the 28th dual win for Ford. They've won 8 of the last 11. Jamie.
And the defending series champion has not skipped a beat. You guys got racy there at the end, Joey. What do you take away from winning tonight?
Oh man, just a great job by the Shell Pennzoil team. The execution of this race is everything, right? Because you know most likely there won't be a caution, so you got to do a good job on pit road, cycle yourself to the front. But then I'm sitting there as a leader, and I'm like, man, Doug, this is not where you want to be. I was hoping they started racing back there, which they did. Which ended up kind of working out for me. And then when the 20 got to me, I thought Blaney was behind me. Stick with him. So I knew the 20 would make the run to the outside, and I probably wasn't going to be able to defend that, and just waited for the 12 to push me through there. So good Penske effort there to get a dual win. Much better than what happened last year. So I'm glad to have a nice start here this season.
Yes, much better finish. Joey Logano, your dual 1 winner.
Logano, Bell, Blaney, Busher, McDowell, the top 5. Zane Smith races.
Yes!
Daytona 500. And we will get set for dual race number 2.
Zane!
What happened last
Logano, Bell, Blaney, Busher, McDowell.
See, this is the benefit of having a DVR. We can rewind shit to get, come on, exit. There we go.
And get 8,000 bonus points. Look now at bestwestern.com.
It's commercial, so I can be on the phone.
Sponsor of fans' hearts. Marco's craving hits, it really hits. And with unlimited medium 1-topping pizzas for $6.99 each, I can cover tonight's cravings and tomorrow's. Nice. Marco's. Pizza lovers, hit it.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster.
Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of purchase, you can refinance with exclusive savings with Rate Drop Advantage. Don't miss these big savings. Visit inflationbuster.com.
March 4th. Oh my god, that is late as fuck. Good thing I don't stay up to watch those truck races no more.
Of a generation.
I think the West Coast time. I missed that jingle.
Tasty wafers covered in creamy milk chocolate. Isn't it nice wafers are having
So Zane Smith with ease is in the Daytona 500 this Sunday. So that means I have. Okay, let me count. Austin Ty, Noah, Riley, and
2023 season for the reigning champ, Joe Logano, getting it done in duel number 1 out there at Daytona International Speedway. Winning race in a really dominant fashion. He went out there.
5 drivers to cheer for on Sunday. If one crashes or blows a motor, then I can just switch to the other.
Locked himself in last night on qualifying. Chandler.
Yeah, baby, go Zane in number 30, number 36 in Zane, baby.
His way in to the Daytona 500. You told me earlier today there were no nerves. You didn't have time for nerves. Were there nerves when you got down to the end there?
Very, yeah.
Yeah, look at this man. Look at this man. Been cheering from since the middle of 2020 due to one of my best friends being named Zane. Uncle Andy's nephew, Zane Patton. Look at that. Hell yeah.
Good enough to get in, which there's a lot of really good open cars. So, just so proud of everyone. Well, Karen.
Oh, hey, Chase Fan 9, and good for you to join us tonight. Oh, and Jason Tyler here. Now it's getting good. Now we're going to race 2.
Zane Smith will race at Daytona and the Daytona 500 on Sunday.
So now I get to relax the rest of the night. And last call to join my YouTube stream for this Gatorade Twin 125. So Mark Oliveira, 7 prizes. Be there.
In the truck series, and now he just raced his way into the 65th running of the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I love it. He almost seemed overwhelmed. He's like, I got Jimmy Johnson having that idol of his growing up. Did a great job, though. Finished 8th overall. Happened to be on the right side of the pit strategy. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But pit strategy played a huge.
Zane Smith, baby.
He did not. He had a little bit of a miscue, it looked like, in his pit stall when they made this green flag stop. Maybe he couldn't get it in gear. And we talked about it's harder. Like when these guys do this every single week, and we don't see mistakes. But there's more to the green flag stops and getting in and out of your pit stall than people can understand. But did a great job, didn't make any mistakes, and was able to race his way.
Yeah, big relief on that side. But of course, for Chandler Smith, the emotions are very different.
Well, it was a Smith versus Smith battle. Luckily, the right one won.
Chandler Smith gave it a valiant effort, first time ever being in one of these cars, and things just didn't go smooth from last night. I know you gave it your all, but what do you take from this experience?
Just taking an opportunity that Chris Rice and Matt Colleague gave me there. Before I said, I'm fine with if I don't make it, but it'd be awesome if I made it. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm a believer. So I'm fine with this. I had a lot of fun right there.
Well, he handled it really, really well. Good for him.
A lot. Now I get what these guys talk about. When you run on a Sunday, you gain a lot of experience that translates to Saturdays and Sundays. Even from that one duel, so much, which was awesome. I'm taking that in. But yeah, I just can't thank everybody enough at Colleague Racing, all the men and women that just put a full effort into coming down here and trying to attempt the Daytona 500 in their 3rd car, first time as an organization.
Good man.
This year, but hopefully we can come back next year, make another attempt, and get it on time.
All right, Chandler, we'll see you in the Xfinity race on Saturday.
Thank you.
That's when you'll see Poker Game Night Season 2, Episode 2. Well, I hope that it's this one's more antsy in the second race.
Breastfeed gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breastfeed won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It's not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breastfeed more than prescribed. Breastfeed may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain.
I just woke up from a nap. Who won? Oh, Manny, I didn't know you were here. Did you subscribe to the channel, buddy? I just wanted to make sure. Logano won to win 125 race 1, and Zane Smith made it, and the other Smith did not. But luckily, it's not as sad because Chandler handled that shit very well, like a true champion. Good for him. Oh, I love this song. I'm gonna make a million. It sounds a lot like the original version. Oh my god, that's a new commercial. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. I did follow you on Instagram and also added you as a friend on Facebook. If you wish to follow, add me there too. There's going to be another stream on Sunday for the 500. My family and I are having steaks, a cake for my birthday, and I'm going to have the 20th version of this. All right. Yep. And I still called this race the Gatorade Twin 125 because I'm that old compared to the generations growing up with modern NASCAR. But it's going to end at night again, Ty. But luckily, we get a dry Daytona 500 for the second year in a row because before, if y'all remember, before 2022. Yeah, that's why I hate name changes because they just keep changing it every year. I still call the Talladega races the Aaron's 499 and EA Sports 500. Even though Atlanta's 400 miles now, I still say Cracker Barrel 500 and Napa 500. If y'all remember, we kept getting wet Daytona 500s every year. Even back in the early to mid 2010s, we were getting it. 2012, when Montoya hit the dryer, I was there. Montoya used to be my driver before Austin, Ty, and Noah. Trying to think, what was another wet one? 2014 was wet. I mean, we had a clean record from 2015 through 28 to 29 to 2019. Yep, 2003. I was a kid. I was 9. I lived in Michigan, the Lenore house. I was going to get to that in a little bit. But then from 2020 to 2021, it was wet. Yeah, 2003. That was back when I was a kid and Newman flipped up in the air. And when Mike Joyce said on the broadcast, if they can't get this track dry in time, before, since it was before halfway, they could race it at night. I wanted to see a Daytona 500 as night as a kid, but now I regret making that wish because I hate now that the Daytona 500 doesn't start and end in the day like it used to. I miss that so much. That goes to show you, be careful what you wish for. Yeah, but I think I'm also a basketball fan. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. We're not any good no more. But that same day the Daytona 500 was in 03 when Newman flipped, Spurs played the Kings, but I didn't know it because I was more invested in the NASCAR than the Spurs and my guy in the music, Ricky Martin. You know, the Living La Vida Loca singer from 1999, written by Robbie Draco Rosa and Desmond Child. Yeah, 03. Yeah, I already remember. I lived in Michigan in the Lenore house. I was 9. It was the day after my 9th birthday. Yeah. Don't you miss it, Manny? Yeah. Don't you miss it, Manny, when the Daytona 500 used to start and end in the day every year, which that practice stopped in 06. And then it did come back. 2011 it came back. It would have came back in 2010 if not for that damn pothole in turns 1 and 2 that they had to throw a red flag for, like, I don't know how long that red flag was, but it took forever to the point where it didn't get done until like 10 o'clock at night. Or was it later? Because I think it was my birthday. The race ended right as I turned 16. And 2012 it was supposed to 2012 was supposed to start to end in the day, but then Mother Nature and Montoya, who was my driver at the time, said otherwise. 2013 it ended in the day again. 2014 It was supposed to start in the end of the day, but Mother Nature struck again. The last time it started and ended in the day was 2015-16. 2017, technically, considering it was still kind of daylight when Kurt won, considering it was fuel mileage and it was sunset. Well, yeah, 2018-19 ended at night, started in the day. 2020 was going to start and end the day no matter what, even if that race runs on Sunday and Newman never flips. 2022, 2020. Oh yeah, I forgot 2021 was plugged with. No, I said that already. I can't. I'm losing my mind. But yeah, 2021 was going to start at the end of the day, even if rain never happened. And then last year it ended in the started in the day, ended at night. I bet you this year's going to happen again. Auto Club race will go big as increment. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I couldn't even watch Vegas last year because of a cable outage in my house because it was a Spectrum outage all over Northeast Ohio, so I couldn't watch it.
Your next line is free, and your next line is free. And your next line's free. Get unlimited for $29.99 a month, and your next line is free for 12 months. Call, click, or visit us.
Yeah, my YouTube header's changing after this is over, and then I'm making a video to thank everyone for the birthday love. Oh Manny, I also saw that you uploaded another Thunderdome 4 video. You're like uploading them very, very fast. Like you uploaded 2 in one day. I'm impressed. Did you know that last 4th of July I got to upload 3 YouTube videos in 3 days? I recorded and uploaded video Saturday and Sunday and Monday, last 4th of July. Yeah, Pastrana's racing on Sunday. Good for him. As long as he doesn't cost a big one then on Sunday, which I'm pretty sure he will, but as long as he doesn't, we're good. Considering he crashed a lot in the Busch series. I rotate between calling it Busch and Xfinity. It took me forever to stop calling it Nationwide.
When you look at Travis Pastrana, we know that he's gotten some laps in the truck earlier today. We talked to him.
Oops, what the hell?
We saw his excitement. What do you do in this race to try to gain as much information as you can?
Well, I would think if I was Travis Pastrana, my adrenaline machine would be broken by now.
Hey, do I follow Zane Smith on this account?
Excited to be here. He's all pumped up. We saw that in that interview.
Yes, I do.
If you're Travis Pastrana, you know you're locked in, so just make the laps. You know, hook up here with Denny Hamlin. He's starting in this duel right behind him.
Oh, Denny, yeah. I used to hate Denny, but then after I met him and he was nothing but kind to me, my opinion at MIS last August, my opinion changed on him. Because Manny, I don't know if I didn't know you back then, but last year I used to call Denny when I still didn't like Denny. I used to call him the imposter and Brett Bodine's number, and had Ty doing it too. This was over on Instagram. How you had him saying that.
Jimmy Johnson finishes 14th in duel number 1.
Yeah,
just told me
I'm starting to warm up to Harvick a little bit, but I still really don't care from it in the slightest.
Just like old times, right?
It's very familiar once the tire pressures came up and got going. Some of the stuff that goes on for qualifying, I had a much different experience then, but that felt like a cup car at Daytona.
What are you thinking with this race car now? Did you learn?
I was gonna say who died. No, nobody did.
And get up there and contend for your 3rd Daytona 500.
Yeah, it was a great race. Having a new spotter, your crew chief, your team.
Is that Johnson being interviewed? I'm not paying attention.
I wish our strategy worked out a little bit better and we could have.
Yeah, it is Johnson, the king of being all set.
Reps that I needed for this environment.
Yep, it's Johnson. I'm glad to see him back.
Jimmy Johnson.
I feel like I'm in a time warp, just rewind and rewound and put back a couple of years. He talks strategy, right? Because I looked up at the scoring pylon and I said, "Oh my goodness, all the Chevys are outside the top 9." And you said, "Wait a minute." And it's not just because of speed; it's because of strategy.
Even before that, I have never liked him. Especially when he had those run-ins in 02 in the Busch series and Craftsman Truck Series with Greg Booty Biffle and the late Coy Gibbs. It just goes to show you that I just never have been a fan of hot-headed drivers.
had the most cars pit, came out, were able to run the fastest.
Especially Harvick, who, like, you know, took in 2002, took that 2001 season for granted when I liked him in the beginning, doing a good thing, replacing my favorite driver. That I was screwed out of the Hall of Fame career because my first race was when Dale was killed.
What happened in the first duel didn't work in the second duel. So just because we saw,
So I missed the Hall of Fame career by one race and 199 laps.
Fast cars, whatever, aggressive moves, made it work so many times at this racetrack. Is, of course, Denny Hamlin, 3-time winner in the big race, 3-time winner in the duel. He's with Jamie Little.
All right, Denny Hamlin coming up here in duel number 2. Well, you had 3 Toyotas there that you got to watch. What'd you take away from their performance there and what you need to do here?
It's such a numbers game in these duels. You know, for us, with not having numbers, we just try to blend into whatever Ford or Chevy pack has to have more cars, and then we just sit there and wait till the last lap. I mean, it's pretty much all you can really do. So you got to make sure you execute on the pit cycle, and then put yourself as far to the front as you can to be a factor. I thought Christopher did a really good job, considering the numbers game, you know, making a good move there on the end.
All right, 4 Toyotas coming up in duel number 2.
Strength in numbers? Is that what we're looking at with the Toyota Camp?
Yeah, just like Denny explained and Jamie explained, it's always strength in numbers, and
Just like the Warriors used to say during their dynasty run in the mid 2010s.
see Travis Pastrana walking around. I've got to think that Denny feels.
Of course, I'm gonna remember that.
Team isn't locked in. He was going to be glued to that number 67's back bumper for the whole race.
You know, the one thing that I want to see in this next.
Oh, we got 5 people in here. Who's all here? Getting ready for the second 125. Oh, Manny left. Oh well.
We talked. Jimmy Johnson talked about the car nuts.
Or he's still here, just not showing his name.
You know, the racing, and when it gets out of the end, does one manufacturer have an advantage over the other?
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with Christopher Bell's move when he did go to the outside of Logano. It was a pretty, abrupt move to the outside, and he was aggressive. Aggressive, right? He said Christopher Bell can't be aggressive, but he was right there. He jerked the car to the outside and trusted it to stick.
Yeah, you got to make the move at the end to try to win the race. That's the guy right there that's hoping to make the move. I mean, what a day for Rick Hendrick yesterday, right?
Yeah, and Chase is part of the Coke Racing family now, and it says y'all haven't heard. Oh, 2001. Gentlemen, start your engines. I was 01 when Dale was killed. Wow.
I learned that trying to be the cool boss is a lot harder when you're actually distressed.
I know everything about my new.
Oh, 2002 and Ward won it.
Well, everything except the whole business.
Not anymore.
2003, John Travolta.
Business, no problem. Yeah. Success starts with Intuit QuickBooks.
Sure, saying yes to winter plans sounds fun in theory. Take Brett. He RSVP'd.
That's probably my favorite one because of how eerie that sounds nowadays, based on what happened in that race.
Fears Brett had missing out on all this, put to rest when he shopped at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get a king for the price of a queen, and save up to $700 on Sealy, plus a free adjustable base. Shop Mattress Firm's President's Day sale today, because this winter, the only thing better than making plans is sleeping through them. If you think you have Dupuytren's contraction, there's a simple test you can take from anywhere.
Oh, they got the TV blasting up there. God, guys, turn that shit down.
Man, take hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay what you need.
Being a NASCAR fan just got even more rewarding with the free Fan Rewards loyalty program. Earn reward points and redeem them for merchandise, tickets, VIP experiences, and so much more. Earn points from the track or at home. Check in on your phone, complete your profile, or play fantasy racing to score your first points. Join and start earning today. Visit NASCAR.com/rewards to learn more now.
Or the point last season that Eric Almirola didn't even think that he would be in this race. Of course, now he's going out in duel number 2, and he is on the front row for.
Oh yeah, the West took when it starts finally getting warm out. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
We are to see Kyle Busch. He's equally as excited to see what he's going to have. Like the class is one thing, Trevor, but this is really when the season starts. Biggest race of the year. What's he going to have?
Yeah, and RCR always has great super.
Man, I think Kyle Busch is the best active driver to not win the Daytona 500. The same my all-time it's Tony Stewart, the best driver to never win the Daytona 500. Just like Mark Martin's the best to never win the Winston Cup.
We're set for the second blue-green vacations duel at Daytona.
It's still a Gatorade 125. I don't give a shit what any of y'all say.
Let's go trackside. Race fans, this is most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome
Again.
Executive Vice President, Chief Sales and Marketing Officer Dusty Tonkin, joined by his son Xander, and representing the Great Lakes, Jeremy Wiley.
Hey, Blue Greens, Corey LaJoy, and the rest of the drivers.
Start your engine. That was fucking awesome. Hell yeah. This is probably going to be the chaotic one, considering, that one was all fairly calm. I thought he was going to spray that everywhere.
Truck that helps keep families safe, and the truck that helps you get far from home. This is the truck of the outdoors, the early adopters, and the rising generation. This is the more trucker live are switching to. This is what it means to be.
Now with 2.9% financing for 72 months, get an average $10,207 in finance savings on our most popular models. There's nothing quite as magical.
It's not.
Is staying at a Disney Resort hotel.
It's not a lot of
complimentary rides to and from the park. Even extra time with your family in the park. And right now, you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. So if you're not staying here, just think what you might be missing.
Oh, the stripping song when the Saints come marching in.
Built Chevy Silverado factory lifted trucks with the capability of a 2-inch length, versatility of the available multi-flex tailgate, and the connection of a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Chevy Silverado, taking adventure to the whole new level.
2.9% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this. It was a 2.7 liter plus current Chevy owners get an additional $3,350 total allowance.
46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford. Save the day, stretch the weekend. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. For that, we thank you, because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Oh, Tyler's still here.
Welcome back to the Blue Green Limitations Duel at Daytona. Race number 2 to set the outside lane for Sunday's 65th Daytona 500 on Fox.
Let's check in with Travis Pastrana, see how his heartbeat's going here. Hey, Travis, Tony Stewart in the Fox booth. You got me, bud?
Come on, look below the yellow line and get where you need it to be, and then we'll go back on.
Travis, Tony Stewart in the booth. You got us, bud? Say he's probably got a lot of instructions he's trying to think of right now. Let's check in with Larry Reynolds.
Mike, you might say, what did we learn in duel number 1? Well, honestly, as Mike and Tony pointed out in Flint, I've actually learned it a year ago in the duel race. You don't want to pit too early. Now, I talked to a Chevrolet crew chief that was in the first race, one that's in this race, and I talked to Jeff Gordon and I said, are you guys going to adjust the plan for race number 2? And everyone I'm saying, we certainly hope so. They're okay with pitting first. Just don't pit first too early in the race.
Thanks, Larry. You know what? Too early is. Let's have a look at the starting grid sponsored by Blue Green Vacations. Kyle Larson will start on the outside of the front row for the 500. Best dual finish of 3rd in 2020. Eric Almirola in a Ford for 2021. And dual winner. Row number 2, a pair of Fords. Chase Briscoe finished 4th last year in his duel. Austin Cindric won the 500 last year. Row 3, Kyle Busch back in the Chevrolet camp, a 3-time dual winner, and Daniel Suarez has finished 8th twice in his duel, both in Chevys. Chase Elliott, a 2-time dual winner, anchors row 4 in a Chevrolet, and in a Ford, moving over to Stuart Haas this year, it's Ryan Preece, who finished 5th in his last time he was in the duel. That was 2021. Row 5, last year's dual winner, Brad Keselowski in a Ford, and Tyler Reddick moves over to the Toyota camp, runner-up at Daytona last summer. Row 6, Martin Truex Jr. in his 19th dual race, and Travis Pastrana, who was already timed into the 500 last night. Row 7, Denny Hamlin in Toyota, 3-time dual winner, and Noah Gragson.
Gregson. Yeah, I'm like 20, the heartbreak in 2021. Police as a Gregson fan, we get to relax. Yeah, Gilliland was screwed over big time by front row. The same Riley! The same way that oh my god, the same way Petty screwed over Andretti in 03 in favor of Fittipaldi and Joe Gibbs to Bobby Labonte in favor of Yaley, which is part of why I've never liked Christian Fittipaldi or JJ Yaley. And plus, Fittipaldi was always hot trash anyway.
Let's check and see if we can get a hold of Kyle Busch since we didn't get a hold of Travis. Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, and Fox booth. You got me, bud?
Hey, Tony, what's up?
Well, different car, different color, different number, but same aggressive guy behind the steering wheel. What did you see from the first duel that you're going to protect or implement in the second one here?
Not a whole lot of rowdy. So let's see if we can make this one a little bit more rowdy. Let's kind of see what all goes down with the runs and like you guys are talking about, just the energy that kind of happens. Not trying to ride around single file, but we'll see what happens. You got to take care of your car. You got to have a good team. You got to get 3 Cheese Chevrolet for the Daytona 500, so we want to make sure we come out of here one piece.
Man, you got a heck of a guy behind you that's a good pusher in his own right. So good luck. Have fun out there, man.
All right, thank you.
4 Chevrolets among the top 7, along with the 3 Fords. Here's Regan Smith.
Oh, Mike, you mentioned Martin Truex Jr. 0 for 19 in the dual races, looking for that first dual win. As a matter of fact, 0 for 71 at the Super Speedway races. I talked to Chief James Smoke before they got ready to go out. He said tonight we want to find out what this race car can do. We are going to be very aggressive. We have a great backup car in the truck. If we need that, we will use it. I want to find out if we can push and take pushes better than last year, where he won 2 of the stages in the Daytona 500. Josh?
Well, Region, only one open.
Who's this Josh guy? I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah, the 125s were more fun. Like, you know, when I was a kid, when I used to do my traditional Daytona 500 birthday party when I was younger, when I was a teen, which was a tradition we did every year from 2010 to 2016, with the exception of 2012 when we decided to go ourselves. And yeah, the 125 was more fun to see who was gonna who I was gonna see in person, who I was gonna race in person. But I didn't get to watch it by myself. We listened on the radio because we were driving in the car from Ohio to Florida. But 2011, I had my party with my mom's side. 2013, we had it with my dad's side. 2014 and 15, with my mom and dad's side. Do I miss Vince Wells? Hell no! That guy that guy's well. I like him in the pits, but he does not belong in the booth. I do not miss him in the booth though. He's good in the pits, but he sucks in the booth. What the hell's happening to Daly? Oh.
See it bouncing, rolling down the. You know what I was going to get at though with these open cars, you saw that mistake in the first one. Don't beat yourself out of these things. Much like that suspension problem right there, the pit road. Do not get caught speeding. Only way you can leave yourself.
Eric Allen will start on the outside of the front row. Here's his team.
Yeah, when I had my birthday party in 2013 and so actually 2016, I was excited to watch the deal, see who my friends and family and I were going to get to see a race.
I think you're going to see that fuel window and that pit being a lot closer to that one. Last one they pitted at 21 coming to 22. That did not work for you guys.
Traditionally, if one of these races is a parade, the other one is a burner. Let's find out. Now 3 on the inside. Briscoe and Kyle Busch in the 8. Briscoe moving up right in front of his teammate. Over drops in and third from the outside of the front row. Has a look. From it, has another out there. Briscoe's trying to go with him, trying to get him to 10 in line on the bottom. Did not work out. The interesting Briscoe will prove up in front of him and make the points to the front.
Noah and Riley are the ones I'm looking for in this. Oh, Rutledge Wood would be fun to listen to. Honest to God, for the Busch Series races, I wish they'd rather instead use Roush Shaheen instead of garbage ass Adam Alexander.
You don't need to see that, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a really cool angle as we progress through the year. Such a neat thing. That camera is so tiny. Mike and I got to see it, like literally tinier than anything I've ever seen. I could not believe that that's a camera that could produce the image and produce out there.
Oh, Briscoe got squirreled up just a little bit. Not sure if that was contact from Kyle Busch or not.
Really let that outside line just roll right around the outside, Kyle Larson.
What's contact?
That slip up stacks that bottom line up near the outside cone.
Getting a big run on the bottom.
Yeah, Briscoe getting over first speed.
I know since it's the 125, it's not going to be this stream's not going to be that big of a deal. But compared to Sunday, where it's NASCAR's biggest event, everybody's going to want to come and join that shit. Even though, to be fair, last year's wasn't any bigger either. Riley's 17, Noah's 15.
Manufacturers have a new nose piece, And Chevrolet made some effort at trying to resist that, reduce that pointiness, so those cars would flip in the draft and be with a little more stable than what we saw here last year.
Wow, wow. He can't pull down. Not going to. It's not going to leave that too far. Good pushing.
Oh, they're gonna crash.
Good dancing partner.
This group is starting to string out. There is a gap from Denny Hamlin back to Noah Gregson, 14 to 15.
Noah.
Doug Campbell, Austin Cindric's.
Mike, we've seen it already, Mike. You talked about it. Any one of these duels ever pouring on one side after a slow for excitement.
I wonder why.
Is for sure to produce. These guys are already pushing way more.
I wonder why.
Yeah, you saw Kyle Busch give a little push to Chase Briscoe a little bit earlier, but outside of that, Chase Briscoe keeps coming over the radio. He just said, I'm out of control, loose. They told him, just hang in there, keep fighting.
Yeah, that's part of the consequence of being one of the fastest cars last night. Is you're going to be one of the more unstable cars tonight.
How about this 5 Kyle Larson? He's staying up front. Cat's got a car for sure on the front row. The only way you not do that is if you get in a wreck here. You saw that 48 spit out, let him go, finish the lap down or whatever. Kyle Larson's hanging tough.
Larry Mack?
Yeah, Mike, you see Eric Almirola in that 10 car. Remember, he qualified 4th last year. When they dropped the green flag on the duel, he had failed before they got through turn 2. I just went down and talked to Drew Blickensberger, his crew chief, and he just gave me a thumbs up. What a difference a year has made with this car handling wise.
Well, not only that, he doesn't have anywhere to go. I mean, he's already against the yellow line on the inside. He's got a row on the outside of him. He can't really go anywhere.
Caution's out. It's a side window. I saw it blow out.
What? Oh, debris! Someone's getting penalized. Who done did it? Who done did it? Who did it?
We'll step away while we look for the offender.
Oh. Put it out. Outside a window. It's flying.
My type 2 diabetes means I'm also a target. We are targets too.
Chronic kidney disease. 90% don't know they have it. So ask for your treatment.
Oh shit, I didn't want to do that.
Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis.
Chronic kidney disease. Ask your doctor for your kidney numbers.
Who caused the caution by not properly installing their side window? I wasn't even paying attention because I was trying to talk to you guys. Side window goes.
Like me.
Oh boy.
Bread doesn't go bad after a day. But why would we just give it away when we could still sell it? Bread doesn't go bad after a day. Well, donating it may be a small act in this world. On this table, it will be big. Panera.
Yep.
Gets 8,000.
Oh, Justin Haley.
The Blue Green Vacations duel at Daytona. This one sets the outside lane of the starting grid for Sunday's Daytona 500 on Fox. Right side window has come off, and whoa, here comes almost everybody to pit road.
It was
Already shaping things up. Like it. What do they do? 4 tires, 2 tires, no tires?
Josh.
You see Chase Briscoe coming in. He's been fighting a car that's extremely loose so far. He's going to get tires and fuel.
LaJoy and Suarez and Keselowski be allowed with fuel only.
That 4 tires on the 14, fuel only on a lot of them, right sides only.
And the 45, Tyler Reddick, does not get going. He's going to fall all the way to the back as he finally reaches the pit stop. Side window that prompted the caution flag. We had the culprit. They have a spare sitting in their pit.
And I saw it blow out Justin Haley's car right there. That white roof, yellow number, right? Turbulent back there in the pack. Stuck it right out of the right side of the car. Boom. That's not something, Tony, that you probably have laying in the pit box to replace. There's somebody's running back to the holler, finding one in the backup car.
Exactly. Somebody's doing a 100-yard dash right now.
They're running like Pat Safe, Joe.
Race leader because he did not pit. He couldn't pit because they're not ready to replace the window. But he will have to pit before they restart the race. Now, Travis Pastrana is a rookie at the Cup Series. Hasn't won much at Daytona. He did race in the Xfinity Series, but he's got some questions as to, let's say, manners and protocol.
Yep, I do, sir.
Your hand out the window. Does that mean push me, or does that mean go inside of me or around me? In this case, I'm pushing. I'm sure that's exactly what it means. There's no point. If they want you to the inside, I'm sure there's point at the bottom. If they just have it out the window, they just want you to get too open help them. Well, I went around them, so he's probably going to be pretty pissed off.
What's the point with? The finger has all the dictionaries. Whatever finger that it gets out the window, that's what you'll know. I've seen them all. Tony, some from you.
Crew Chief Eric Phillips and spotter Jason Hedleski.
I remember Jason Hedleski. I forgot about that name until Mike Joy mentioned it. Oh yeah, when it was pre AT&T SBC Center. Yeah, I remember that when they were in the Alamo Dome, and the last of the Alamo Dome days when Duncan was coming in. Not to mention, since the Spurs had to wait till 02-03 to have Ginobili play. Ginobili missed the Alamo Dome and the Fiesta logo and uniform by 1 year. Could you imagine if Ginobili would have played with the Spurs, right away as soon as he was drafted, to see what he would look like in the Alamo Dome era?
His car had to get pushed back into his pit. Stalled trying to leave, and they're still trying to figure that one out. 9 complete of 60 laps.
So many times, Tony, when you're setting yourself up, green, white checkered at the end of the Daytona 500, liking what you see in your mirror. I've got my allies, I've got my teammates behind me. What do you mean there's a choose cone rule? That is going to play a role in the outcome of this big race on Sunday.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
And we're already seeing the first example of it. I mean, the inside row is sitting there with Fords, the outside row with Chevys now. So we're already seeing how these drivers are trying.
There's going to be some really, big ass manipulation on Sunday. It's going to decide the winner of the 65th winner of the 65th annual Great American Race.
Hendrick, Debbie's up top, Larson and Kyle Busch.
I'm surprised Kyle Larson is staying up here. This is a risk. I like it.
Jer Bear, long time no talk, man.
Back under green.
How's my old roots in Michigan going for you since I was last there in August? In fact, when me and my dad return in August, we might go to the Lenore house to visit if the Saturday race ends in a timely manner. Because I might be if I'm able to go. Starting a I'm starting. Yikes! And I'm starting a docu-series talking about my past on Lenore and also Sanderson, Brook Park, Ohio. You can find some of the Sandhurst videos on my YouTube channel, promoting it. Rena Butt Plank, Austin Dillon going to win. This is just a Gatorade Twin 125, so it doesn't like benefit you in a big way like a points paying race does. It just like sets your starting position for the Daytona 500. Like as an example, whoever you are, have I seen you before, Rena, but playing? But either way, if you're in race one, it sets your position on the inside. If you win the race in race one, you start third. If you win the race in race two, you start fourth. Inside race one sets the inside row. Race two sets the outside row. This is not has this doesn't have to it doesn't affect like the points battle that you're gonna see sometime late when it gets far enough into the season. But I feel like it's stupid. It's stupid that they're more the top 10 points and towards the championship and the 125s now. Because in years past it was a non-points race, like the way it should be. But of course, NASCAR's to keep changing shit, then fixing shit that's not broken.
His car didn't feel good. He wouldn't stay there. He wouldn't elect to put himself in that position. But as long as that car feels and
Man, who else is going to join?
he's gathering knowledge, it's going to help.
Okay, who's all here besides Jer Bear and Rena but Plank? I know Ty left.
Between the car
Kyle Busch is leading in his new RCR hot rod. Riley 12th, Noah 15.
This duel is a whole different ballgame. We saw those Fords strong the last, and these Chevys are showing some serious muscle. That outside line, Suarez is hitting some shots.
That's my dad's driver pushing my grandmother's driver. We got to get my grandmother some updated RCR gear. Oh, because he forgot there was a gun in his bag first. Where after the Mall of America stuff that happened last summer, he carried a gun in his bag to protect his family, and that's against Mexico law. I don't explain it as well as the other like full on NASCAR YouTubers. So go to their channels and like Jet MDK for example and check that out. I'm gonna see if I can link it to you guys, but I don't want to exit. Hold on.
Thing that happens is when
Yeah, but I think he paid. No, not right now. And Reno but Plank, he paid the fine, so therefore I don't think he's gonna do he doesn't have to do the jail time. I'll link you the video so you can look at it.
as it pulls the second car back, then there's no energy to push that.
And I'm gonna pin it just for you to watch.
And just loses that momentum. And now is swap sides. Now that outside lane then gets that run back.
I like where Kyle Larson's at though. He's in a protected spot. I've always
Pop off roller ray butter lid. Oh, thank you. Are you a legit real person or are you just a bot? I hope you're not a bot. Here you go, Rena Butt Plank. Watch the video. Okay, that's our Rena Butt Plank. Go watch that video and you'll see what I mean. Yikes, yeah. I remember we got a big ass storm as Christmas break started, like right after I vomited for the first time in 15 years. When I still lived in Michigan. Yep, I planned this live stream this whole time. I'm doing another one for the Daytona 500 on Sunday. That one's probably going to take longer because that's 200 laps, 500 miles. This is just a 60 lap race for race 1 and 2.
Okay, good, good. Okay. I know Jared Bear said you gotta like check with them for proof before you just automatically assume that it's a bot or a troll and just and block them later to find out after the fact that it's a real person. Like at the Coke 600 last year, and was it the Coke? No, not the Coke 600. It was the Spurs play-in stream. Yeah, yeah, it's an Austin Dillon one, RCR. Even though he doesn't really drive that sponsor much in it like he used to, he still does, but not as frequently. Nowadays, he runs more Best Pro Shop. I still have time to build on my collection of NASCAR diecasts on my favorite drivers, past and present, and my Tim Duncan outfits. That's upstairs in my bedroom.
Ski laps complete in the second blue-green duel.
No, Dow is Michigan based. Yep, I knew that because when I lived in Michigan, I didn't know Dow existed. All right, okay, good. I didn't know Dow existed until Austin Dillon moved up from the Craftsman Truck and Butch series in 2014 and got it on the other 3 car, which used to be 29 with Harvick, and then 3 another time before that with Dale. You see, when I lived there, I never heard of Midland before. I knew of Lansing, but it's like Ohio with Columbus. I never got to go to Lansing when I lived there the same way I've never been to Columbus. Considering those are both popular cities in both of the states I lived in.
Official sponsor of Fans Hearts.
Lansing is a big city. I believe it. I would have loved to have visited. If you go past the exit that'll take you to the Lenore House on Schoolcraft, if you go far enough, it'll either take you to A, Lansing, or B, Canada, where there used to be a pizza, which my dad and he would take, me and my sister and my mom, as well as his brother and his brother, like Robert Diti Nithya, up to Canada just to explore. I-96, yep. The same way here in Ohio, we had I-71. I-96 and I-71 were my childhood interstates. Yeah, go. I highly recommend you checking out my Brook Park documentary docuseries promo. There's a lot of history built in, that I talk about. That's gonna come out in a full length docuseries in July and documentary in 2024. That's where my grandparents used to live, and then I lived in it after that. Yep. The docuseries one was just a promo, which is also going to be used as the intro for the real thing. If I make it back to Brook Park Home Days in July, it would be my first time since 2019 I got to go back.
What you've accomplished.
Because 2020 there was nothing because everything got canceled due to COVID. 2021, 2022, I just didn't have the desire. But then when my dad drove me through Brook Park for nostalgia purposes a week before I vomited for the first time in 15 years, I kind of gained the nostalgia desire to go back for home days. Wow, I never knew that. You learn something new every day. How far is the Redford part of Muscon to how far is the Redford part to Muscon of 996? How far is it between Redford and Muscon? Because Redford is part of I-96 as well. Oh, the single file choo-choo train. What the hell happened here?
With help from Denny Hamlin, if you call that help.
Get a little shot there, the entrance to the tri-oval, and then right up to the 41.
But if
That could have been a big wreck. Wow.
Handful, one way, the other. Please get off of me.
A lot of that's because these cars, like you see there, they're dog tracking. They want the back of the car to go to the inside to try to hide the spoiler. So that car is not tracking straight initially. So when you get pushing it, you're pushing it at an angle already. Promotes it. Exactly.
Last year, we found that too much of that skew would lead to a trip to the wall if you got a hard enough push. Josh, what about Daniel Suarez riding at second?
Yeah, Mike, and speaking of push, the 99 team
Oh, the crash push by Robbie Draco Rosa.
push Kyle Busch and push that bottom line. Now they're single file. And so once we get away from those blue ovals, then we can relax and start the long laps and wait till they can try and pounce towards the end of the race.
Wow, yeah, Lansing. Lansing, Lansing is part of I-96. I knew that. Travis Person.
3 Chevys, 2 Fords, 2 Chevys, a Ford.
Yeah, he locked himself in the Daytona 500 arena, but playing. He locked himself in on last night on my birthday, so that way he can relax and just drive his own race tonight in the 125. And also Subaru is not a NASCAR; he drives the Toyota. Plus, it's not the first time he's driven a NASCAR. This is the first Winston Cup, first Winston Cup stint, but he's raced in the Busch Series before. As long as it doesn't cause the big one on Sunday when we're streaming that, we're good. Wow, there's a lot of interstates. I may sound biased, but I-96 is my favorite because I grew up with it in Redford.
These all came in at the end of that first caution period to top off. Might they be able to go the distance?
And did he replace the window?
Right here, let's ride on case Briscoe. Maybe part throttle, Tony.
Yeah, I'm a motorcycle. Oh yeah, Japanese cars, yeah. Although there's some most people think that Toyota these days is more American than Chevrolet, Ford, and Ford is today. Hell, there was more American muscle cars in NASCAR, more American cars in NASCAR when I was a kid. I mean, there was no Toyotas. It was Ford, Chevrolet, Pontiac, and Dodge. A Taurus, a Monte Carlo, an Intrepid, and a Grand Prix. Right. Crank it up. Oh, first crank it up of the season. Okay, this is getting a little sussy here. Yeah, I figured it was a troll. I wasn't sure, but now I know. Okay, there's no this stream. Luckily, like the Coke 600 last year, the Coke Crash 600 has been troll free. But yeah, we just had our first bot of the season. Yeah. Also, Jared Bear, when I was in the Brook Park area in Middleburg with ViaQuest, I was in full-on story mode telling them about my childhood there, and they learned so much about me. I was in full-on story mode, and because ViaQuest is not all Lorain County, it's everywhere.
First rule of drafting is 2 cars side by side are slower than
Most crank it down. These guys are about to talk.
Season's over. Say real football is back with the USFL. Reborn from the EOVs. The hits, the big dimes, drive so long you stop forgetting. This isn't some Hollywood knuckle. This is right. USDA prime time football.
Well, the Mexican border. Honest to God, I never been to the Mexican border. I lived in Mexico, but never got to the Mexico-United States border. I live right by the Elyria North Ridgeville border.
The truck that helped you get far from home. This is the truck of the outdoors. The early adopters and the rising generation. Listen to me.
I love borders. Like you can jump from side to side. One moment you're in one state and the other you're for a moment. You've been oh, but you know Taco Bell's not real Mexican food. Even though I do love Taco Bell. Grace! Oh, they're changing the lyrics again. Go figure. I'm never gonna memorize that. Do you think Olivia Newton-John would like that and get a kick out of that if she was alive to hear that? I think she would. Commissioner John Travolta would love it. The Daytona 500. That's going to be another stream on Sunday. Oh, look at them kicking each other's shit in like Ricky Rudd in this commercial. That's such a lie, but it's also really, really funny. I hope they don't like make that commercial stale. To which I know they will. I know they will based on the trend. They're going to make that commercial stale. And I hope they don't make the T-Mobile Grease commercial stale either, because that was fucking awesome.
And BJ McLeod, who's gone a lap down. 3 Chevys, then 2 Fords, then a couple of Chevys. And Regan, of those 3 cars that topped off for fuel right at the end of the caution flag, what say you on going the distance?
Mike, I can tell you there's a lot of smoke.
All right, it's our first our troll 3 of stream. We just had our first troll in the stream.
And what about the cars that did not stop on?
Who? Where? Foxy Dorito. Yeah. Accused me of being a pedo when I know my right from wrong when it comes to being friends with kids. I'm not stupid. He's not the first one to do it either. The guy above you in your racing comment.
Now, Chase Briscoe is one of those 3.
He's in between the last 2 comments you left. I banned his ass.
It's not going to save you.
Because I deleted it. That's why. I deleted it. I banned it. I banned him. Oh, Rena but playing. I would love that just to see all the boomers get pissed off and find many different ways to discredit him. Considering one, he actually wanted like a race on speed straight up from start to finish to the scheduled distance in his own 23. Hell, he could dominate Bristol or any non-plate race on the pole and win, and they'll still say shit like he had a cheated setup. Yeah, I don't blame you, but luckily the Coke 600 one last year was troll and bot free, which is something you never see every day. Yep, as they should, because fuck them and everything they stand for. So we had 1 bot and 1 troll so far.
Need those beers when the time is right. Denny Hamlin's been trying to get something going here on the high side. He now has Keselowski and Reddick with him.
We're going to make something happen. He's got the right guy behind him. 6-car can push hard.
And he's somebody that he's not going to be content just riding.
Yes, I did. I know you don't have TikTok, but TikTok's going to tell it all. And YouTube has told it all this whole time. I still have yet to make one last video and on YouTube after the stream to thank everyone for the birthday love.
Dale Jr. would run us up to the top of the line. He hated it. He would be the first car to go down and try to make something happen.
Keselowski just gave him the boot right there. And they flushed Tyler Reddick. Lost him from that part of the group. Reddick fell back to 17. Here's the bump. What is it about these RFK cars, Keselowski and Buescher, that they can be such aggressive pushers? We saw it here last year when they won both the duels. We're seeing it again out of those two.
Well, it's definitely a feather in their hat when you go to the big race on Sunday, but you have to be careful with it. We saw Brad Keselowski. He was pushing hard.
Yep, but the celebration continues until the checkered flag of Sunday's Daytona 500. And then Monday, I get a free day off because I'm going to be exhausted from all the celebrating. Because we have the 125s now. We have 2 shows to catch up on tomorrow night instead of the truck race. And then my dad and I are spending time together Saturday. We're going to hit haircuts in the morning. Not too early, but also not too late in the morning either. We're going out to dinner, and then we're doing season 2, episode 2 of Poker Game Night, which is going to be on the channel Saturday night. What the hell, Fox? And then Sunday, the Daytona 500 live stream and my first race reaction of the season. You probably won't be seeing most of those in the summertime, like on any of my social media, like NASCAR Race Plus, because I'm usually outside with my friends, living it up and having a good time, running around outside in the scorching hot sun until 9:30 at night. Even during the weeknights when they're out of school and they get to have fun and do whatever they want and come visit each other anytime they want. After work, and I see them after work when I see them. Yeah, we're always running around out there going to people's houses and hanging out with them until 9:30 at night when we have to park our buses and go home.
Daytona and Talladega.
And baby Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta. We almost won the Napa 500 last summer, which is going to be a night race this year. I may or may not watch it. It depends on how much time I have and depends on how I feel if I'm outside running around all day. Most likely won't because I'll probably run around outside all day and I'll be too exhausted to watch it and I won't have enough time. Yeah, I guess everybody's different. That's something I learned in life. I like to have it all. For me, it's only 2. I've always viewed it as if you have every social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, it's only too much work if you choose to make it that much work. I make it fun. NASCAR stage racing, well, not entirely, but kind of. The stage cautions have been removed at the road courses only. I usually say if they're going to have stages, I wish they'd get rid of the stage cautions altogether. Because road courses is unique. You turn left and right, and you go on different strategies than others. I'm like at an oval where everybody's on the same strategy. My grandfather is like probably the biggest fan of road course racing in our NASCAR family. Ready to go. They introduced that stage racing shit in 2017. Now if they could get... Oh, we got a crash! Oh, there goes Kyle Busch! No one got through. Oh, no, Riley's in it. God damn it.
A lot of cars.
Pastrana's in it.
Open cars.
Damn it.
He's got to get going. He's got a lap on Connor Daly.
He's got to get going. Hurry, Austin Hill. Yep, Kyle Busch crashes. If you ever return to Twitter. Oh, yeah, and I don't blame you.
Yeah, Riley's in it too, but it's okay. He's in the Daytona 500 no matter what. Oh, what? See, I told you this would be. Oh, they're great. Oh, they all shit and shit and died.
Race wrong turns. Because you never know. Next wrong turn. Take you. Look at this. Let's go places. Psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. Now, Skyrizzi, you get going. Along with clear skin. Skyrizzi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, and fatigue. Inject 2 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizzi to treat more skin and joint symptoms. You can get going. We're now asking to help you.
Here, eBay Motors has the right part at the right price. Yep. How those new wipers? For parts that fit your vehicle, look for the green check. That's right.
Check on defaulting that.
You ready to be in a place like this? I'm hard enough on these.
But a pair that is the public gift. This isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event.
Get a low $349 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Road.
Catch these offers while you can. Play betting. Live can happen in 60 minutes. You can wager on game props, player prop, total, and the money line. 6-5 is the world's favorite sports book for many reasons. And play betting is just one of them. But a pair that is this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
Do you know how to add chat mods? I think we did that last year at the Coke 600. I think you already are a Oh, you're a managing moderator on your all things Jared, so I'll make you a moderator on this one too for future streams. There you go. Yeah, Gregson barely missed that. Riley's in the pit. You're welcome.
Daniel Suarez is pushing on him, moving. You can see the right rear. Those are things that lead to skewing the rear end. It was too much. Kyle couldn't hold on to it. Bam, bam, bam. Not too many. 193 miles an hour.
Here you can see the nose popping out and then back in. And when it does, it just hooks the 8 car.
Yeah, when he got him sideways once, he got down, corrects, moves up, hooks in the right rear, and here comes Keselowski. Right-headed straight for Kyle Busch, misses him by inches. Everybody was so lucky.
And that's not because Daniel's trying to move the 8 car. That's literally, this is a game on the
Well, I don't really watch other people's live streams, so this is just not for me. Because if I try to watch someone else's live stream, I don't think I would stay for very long, and I don't want to do that to people. Yeah. Yeah. You can relax.
As this his pit stall. Puts the board out and he slides right through.
And I guarantee you that crew chief's saying, don't slide those tires.
Look at this. Pretty wide I was talking about, drove right around them. Interesting. Did he keep
Yeah.
the road speed?
I'm glad somebody understands.
Now, Austin Hill trying to race his way in. He's told the team the right front suspension is badly hurt.
Yikes!
Well, he's rolling.
Oh, he's going. Okay.
The second function flag of duel 2. As Daniel Suarez got into the back of Kyle Busch.
The most out.
I got you.
Questions, Chris?
Yeah, I don't hate Ty Gibbs, but I'm just not crazy about him. Now I see why. I see why people can't stand him after he dumped his then teammate, for a win that he didn't need. That Brandon Jones needed more than Ty Gibbs to race for a championship, and Gibbs took his ass out. I think it was after they took the white flag last fall at Martinsville.
Watches every weekend.
Austin and Ty! Yes!
Because the only thing better than seeing a race is sharing it with someone.
Let's take the We need to lock on this.
Sure do. You keep your family safe from all the things you can't see. Spectrum One's advanced Wi-Fi automatically takes care of all the things you can't.
Ready for the second floor?
Because if it's connected, it's protected. That's state-of-the-art security. That's Spectrum One.
Case crackers, bun, burger, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, cheese, bacon, burger, cheese. We can do this all day.
Let's see. You
know, Triscuit is crunchy on the outside, yet incredibly wholesome on the inside, just like me.
You forgot salty.
I'm not salty. Skits, unapologetically wholesome.
Copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR broadcast.
Oops! I fucked that one up. Oh, the NBA on the NBC theme. I forgot they used that for the Fox Sports biathlon broadcast. Since they don't use the FSN theme anymore, now it's Bally Sports.
Still cleaning up from this caution with 16 laps to go. So while they work on the track, here's a preview of NASCAR's 75th anniversary celebration.
Oh, hell no. Who are you?
5 years this season.
Nope. I'm not falling for that shit.
Of NASCAR 75 years. This has been a lifelong dream to see it.
Yeah. It's not a troll, it's a bot. It's a bot. It's a bot. Bots can fuck off too. Bots are not as bad as the lesser of the two evils because they don't say stupid shit, but they say like weird shit.
To the garage, he got turned by Travis Pastrana. Pastrana's car is out of the race. Pastrana will make it in.
He's already in, so it's all good.
Who could not make a qualifying lap last night, who had trouble getting up to speed when they rolled.
Yeah, that guy just seems strange. So I'm like, nope, you're a bot. You're out of here.
Everybody is so happy. Jamie.
Well, Kyle Busch led 28 laps there, was leading when the contact happened. Kyle, what'd you feel from behind there?
Just a lot of pushing and shoving. A few laps
Yeah,
right there.
I mean, we've only had one troll, which is impressive, but nothing will ever beat the troll-free Coke 600 stream last May when they all crashed and we saw a flip at a non-restrictor plate track since the first time since 2011. I can't believe Keselowski missed them, and Gregson missed it too. Wow.
Don't understand, but it's what it is. So thanks to 3G and BetMGM, Lenovo, again Chevy. We'll have a lot of work, unfortunately, headed for them, and we'll be back.
Kyle Busch is this team show a lot of speed tonight. See what they can do on Sunday, Mike.
Before he climbed out of the car in frustration, he keyed the radio and told his crew that was a Daytona 500 winning car.
Well, he took frustration.
Yep, yeah,
We saw the speed in it. Go right to the front, put it in position. See if they can pull a backup car out and make it through.
It'll be 14 laps to go.
Man, how did Keselowski miss that and Noah get all through it too? Wow.
Gilliland up for fifth. Truex sixth. Joy Gregson.
Gregson! I got my Gregson shirt, even though I need to update it. I gotta update it from a Busch Series number 9 Junior Motorsports shirt to a Winston Cup number 42 Petty Enterprises shirt.
Truex getting in the game. Oh, look out.
Oh, yellow line, you can't do that! He thought better. Oh, you got that.
Big save. Way out of shape.
All right.
Underneath of him. Saved the day for 2 or 3 of those.
You can't do that.
Regan, how about our leaders?
Both the leader of number 5, Kyle Larson, and Eric Almirola under that caution had lengthy conversations with their teams about which cars could get them the push. Which cars
Oh, I know you. I know you were there to check it out, like Kevin LePage when they were not racing. But do you have those? Were those relatives there for races? If so, I may or may not have been at the same race as your relatives without knowing it, whether I knew you or not. Yeah, Connor Daly is trying to race his way in. So far, he's in because Austin Hill, another transfer. Here. Where's Noah? Uh-oh. They're getting dicey. Noah's in the danger zone. What's wrong, Rena? What, playing? Is it because they're getting antsy to the point where they want to crash now?
Turned loose of him there, and that gave that outside line a lot of momentum there.
Because race 1 was quiet. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. If it was lagging, I would see it. Please don't anybody make a mistake. Yeah, this race day snack was an absolute fail. We gotta stock the shit if we're gonna have these for future races that I actually want to catch this year. I'm not gonna be catching most of the summer races or many of the spring ones either when I'm outside in beautiful weather, which is a legitimate great reason to not watch racing. Let me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Gregson would start 16th if the race ended now. Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry about that. Are you guys good now? I hate when streams do that shit. Even if you're the one watching it. I don't care if you're the one running it. Okay, good. Even whether you're the one running it or you're watching someone else, it's the most annoying ass thing. Hopefully this race will end in a timely manner so I can actually eat a good dinner. So before I get my ass to bed.
Cause I have to get my ass to bed at 1 in the morning. That way I don't wake up half asleep tomorrow. And the next day. Based on how early we start. Yeah, and it goes to show you why I didn't watch the Clash, because a wreck total short track demo derby. It took forever to finish. The icing on the only thing missing to make it the icing on the cake for a shit show of a race last week was a green white checkered finish. Oh yeah, that's right. And my dad invited you. Of course, I told him yes. Also, whatever happened to that MIS collaboration? Well, that MIS weekend collaboration video that you were going to post to your main channel that you're on now, the one where there was more cussing in there. You never uploaded that. I know you uploaded the clean version on the All Things Europe. You never uploaded the dirty version on the Bear channel. Oh, Rena Bufflank, there's your guy. But not to worry, because he's already locked in on speed, so he's racing on Sunday. So I'm gonna subscribe to you right now, so you can actually be there for my Daytona 500 stream, and I'll keep you. Nope, I would have gotten a notification. So you can use it as a throwback special or something. Or you can wait till the anniversary, the MIS race weekend, to like commemorate it or something like that. Whatever works for you. But Rena Plank, yeah, I'll subscribe to you. I see you're a big Travis Pastrana fan. Oh yeah, I'm already subscribed to you. I'm an idiot. My bad. You just never pop up for me, but now you do. But yeah, I'm going to add your name to my list of featured channels to also go check out in relation to me. You're probably the biggest Travis Pastrana fan that I've met, and whether it's in person or on the internet.
What he sees, what he learns, and I guarantee what he learned today will help him on Sunday.
Eric Almirola, one car length out in front of this field. A driver who came within a mile of winning the Daytona 500 a few years ago.
My 15th birthday.
He's always been strong on these big tracks.
I honestly don't even know what makes him so good, but he is very good. I think he's very good at analyzing where to be, when to move. He just has the patience to be good here.
Well, you said when to move. It's time. 6 to go. You see action picking up on this racetrack. Both lines are getting way more aggressive. Good time, baby.
Really thought I'd see Austin Cindric peel down to the bottom there. Just waited too long.
Well, up top, Cindric and Todd Gilliland both of them were
5 to go. Holy shit! I didn't
push.
Wow. Wow. Who did you try to add, but then they rejected you? Because once they reject you, the request button goes away until exactly 365 days later. Like when a whole year passes, you get the request button back. You see, this is how I do it. When I want to become friends with an actor on Facebook, if I really want it, I try to get to know them through other social media platforms and just wait it. So that I just waiting it out on Facebook until they get to know me on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. Unless they finally. Oh wow! I thought you said Tammy didn't like you. I thought you said Tammy Shannon didn't like. Didn't you say that one time? I'm actually supporting Emma this year on Pretty Freaking Scary, which will fill the void of Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion. I've had people I've rubbed off the wrong way too. No, you're not alone. Whether it's regular people or famous people. I've rubbed people off the wrong way like that too, whether it's regular people or famous people. Because, I either was trying to be too friendly or trying to be too supportive.
Chevy's on the outside. Corey LaJoy, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez.
Oh, Corey LaJoy.
I think that's what dictated his move. He got with that big push of Todd Gilliland, and that enabled both of them to get down, lining up those boards. But look out, big block.
Oh, pay attention! They're gonna crash! They're gonna crash! How do you do it? Hello is okay. Oh my God! They saved it. Well, 2 laps left.
Wishing he didn't make that move.
Almost crashed.
And dad was a champion, Winston West. His dad had 500. Second year driver.
Yeah.
With shot to win. 5 race for the and won a second row spot in the 500.
We're doing a big push on and send it from the inside.
They were always kids. Looking in the mirror, listening for them move up. There it is. That's exactly
White flag.
White flag. Didn't have the lap to go.
He made the move, but the momentum wasn't quite there yet.
There wasn't
the energy wasn't quite.
On the outside, Ford should be on the bottom, and Gilliland got loose.
Oh no, not Gilliland!
Cheek after this, that saved his front row stop.
Oh yeah, but I try to stay away from that kind of pettiness. Oh, Finley Dean, you just came in, but at the wrong time, unfortunately. This stream's about to come to an end as soon as the checker flag flies.
The gas, you don't really have a choice. You can't take a chance on right back up to him at this point.
Off turn 4 to the line.
Oh, they never crashed it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Noah Gregson starting 22nd. Almirola wins.
Literally said last night it's 1 in a million cheek.
Almirola. It's num.
The Floyd Mayweather money team has done.
Yep, Connor Daly made it. Where did the Hendrick car finish? Oh, the race is over, Jared Bear. I'm gonna check for you. I'm gonna stay on the stream a little longer just to look. The Hendrick car is like this race sets up starting lineup for the Daytona 500. Isn't like because the winning this race doesn't mean you add to your total win total. It means you set your position for the 500. But Larson, I think, was in this one.
Watch that 38.
Hold on, I'm gonna check before we leave, before we get off.
From the 6 into the 5. Here comes that energy. Huge push. Gets him sideways once. And he rode this thing all the way off into the corner. Finally gets into him one more time, and man,
Hook him loose. He got a little bit of a wiggle that took him down to the yellow lines, and when it came back up, that gave Kyle Larson just enough of a bump to, and not intentionally, but just enough. You watch it, it's even to the left there a little bit, and when it comes up, he has no choice but to. That kind of save better.
I mean, I can promise you, just
Great.
like I said, Kyle Larson couldn't believe he saved it. He thought he was going to end up right in his lap.
You go from the 33-degree banking down to the flat.
We saw that in Kyle Busch a few years ago. Same.
I don't know what the hell's going on upstairs.
That kid. That's a heck of a save.
Ford has won the last 4 dual races and 9 of the last 12. They get a 1-2 finish from Almirola and Cindric, with Chase Elliott 3rd, Brad Keselowski 4th, and Corey LaJoie.
Okay, Chase finished 3rd. And I know Chase finished 3rd. Finley. Let me see. I'm gonna subscribe to. Are you subscribed to me? No, but I'm gonna subscribe to you just for the hell because you're a big Hendrick fan.
Almirola turns 39 in less than a month. He has his 2nd career dual win and his 14th try, and he has won this race now in 2 of the last.
Oh, live stream with the neighbors, but I would have to do that shit from my phone, and I'll never do a live stream from my phone.
Puts himself in good place.
Maybe you could ask Abby Sorg or Supersonic Fan 113. Oh yeah, Abby got a new channel. She had that one saved in case the other one got sacked, which it did. So when it warms up again, we're gonna like promote her new channel in the neighborhood during season 2. Spring is in the air when we hang out this spring. And her birthday's next month, right before the Winter Wonderland season 2 finale.
I think he's going to be happy about this. I mean, he just had a very comfortable car, and you could see it in his driving style.
Very good.
Roll a big thumbs up to the fans. You won this race 2 years ago. You just did it again tonight. Had your hands full though. It looked like a lot of work for you in that race car.
Yeah, I did have my hands full. Drew.
Oh yeah, I know you do, man.
We're qualifying, put all the speed in the car and kind of sacrifice some handling. And as you could see tonight, it was a handful, but man, this is so cool. Daytona is such a special place.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see where the Hendrick car finished in this race because I don't remember where the the two of them finished in race 1. I know Chase was 3rd, Larson was 6th. I know Bowman and Byron were in race 1. Hang on.
This is awesome. Thank you, Shane.
I'm gonna see where Byron and Bowman finished in race 1 just for you. Okay, Byron finished 3rd. Finley, almost called you Henry. Byron finished. No. Okay, wait a minute. No, take that back. Byron finished 10th. And where did Bowman finish? Bowman finished all the way in the back in 17th, but it's no big deal because he was already locked into the field for being on the pole. So you're welcome. And the protege, the old former Hendrick driver, the all-time Johnson finished 14th with Petty Enterprises.
Said that I drove it in on your pace, but it was crazy when we went out there. The car was bouncing around.
Larson 6th. Chase 3rd. Let me see here.
We got lucky with the yellows to try to get some experience, but like
Byron 10th. Bowman 17th. Byron and Bowman were in race 1, and Chase and Larson were in race 2. I'm already subscribed to Jerry Bear, so I'm to both of your channels, so I'm all good.
Junior, the crew chief. Yep, they got it to work.
Oh my God, Tony! I haven't heard that name in a very long time. Okay, as soon as I'm done posting some additional stuff, we're gonna end this stream right here. Only 1 troll and 2 bots. We're getting better at this. Okay, we're good. No, I haven't had to worry about the tagging glitch in forever, which is amazing.
With sports, it's a romantic. It's just the same. Tom Brady.
I'm glad Connor Daly got it. He deserves it. My heart breaks for Chandler Smith though. Even though I was rooting for Zayn over him. Yeah, we're gonna tag Eric Almirola. Oh no, it's a Chi-Chi salsa, a salsa jar. I had cheese chips and salsa as my race snack, but I was an idiot and not only did I not have enough salsa to like tear the whole thing up, but I had a one that was already open that I could have used, but I didn't think I was gonna need it, so I threw it out. So I could have had extra, but that's okay.
They hate the Cowboys. They hate LeBron. I've got a lot of haters.
And he used to hate Kobe, like when he was playing, when he was, when he was a player. I did as a Spurs fan growing up, but I got tired of the Lakers kicking our asses every single year. Who are you? Wait. No, this person must have got hacked. I'm sorry. Get out of here. No, that's not on YouTube. Not on that's Instagram. Yes, I am. And Gavin's all grown up now. I can't believe it.
Yesterday was all about Chevys. Today is all about the Fords. We're going to see how that translates to the big race on Sunday. But of course, we have officially set the lineup for the Daytona 500.
Oh shit! And I get to knock out the week on his birthday. I don't have to give him a birthday shout out on TikTok.
Compared to what we saw in the first one, and I feel like that's typical, Trevor. When you would sit in your motorhome and watch the first duel, if there wasn't a big wreck, it typically was a little more aggressive in the second, and that's what we saw today.
Oh, it's going to be one in the crowd every time.
Yeah, a couple of casualties in this race today, too. We didn't see in the earlier race, dual race. Sports most popular driver finished third. That, of course, is Chase Elliott. He is with Josh Sims.
And Chase Elliott comes home third in duel number 2.
Oh, Finley is still here. Finley is still here. Look, your one of your Hendrick drivers is being interviewed. Oh, I can't wait to watch that. Hell yeah. Oh, Finley left. Damn it.
For baseball stuff on Sunday and try to make our car drive a little better and keep the same pace that we have in. I think we'll be all right.
Thanks, Jason. Good luck.
Thanks, Josh. You know what I noticed there? I noticed a little bit of a smile on Chase Elliott. And I don't feel like you get that out of him often. I feel like he's always kind of not happy or disappointed. Disappointed. He's happy, but disappointed in the way things go. And he seemed optimistic there, especially the way qualifying went, because he was that lone Hendrick Motorsports out of the top 3.
Yeah, he's very critical. I mean, he's always going to look back and say, what could I have done different? How can I make it better?
Yeah.
And it makes him a great race car driver because he is always working on getting better. But tonight he talked about being able to push, and we saw those Chevrolets be able to push to an extent until Daniel Suarez found the breaking point there, pushing on Chevy teammate Kyle Busch when he finally turned him. So I think that's what these drivers are trying to figure out right now is how much can I push, how hard can I go until it does turn the guy in front of me.
We got a few more minutes here before we wrap things up. And before we do,
You know what? I'll just wrap it up when they wrap it up. How about that?
Tony and Mike Joy.
Shannon, well, it seemed in both races when a Ford was out front, that draft seemed to work quite a bit better. We did see a lot of aggression, a lot of pushing. Toyota did not lead a lap tonight. Their drivers had trouble, couldn't get to the front.
They haven't paid the big money yet.
Well, no.
Exactly.
Oh, Austin Hill didn't make it.
To me, they raced.
I like still a relationship. Yes.
Did a lot of
Yes.
things that you're going to need to make it 500.
Yeah, as long as I keep Rachel around, as long as I have her long enough by the time we get to this series, she's gonna be Vanna White in the Wheel of Fortune live action series by the time we get there, if she's still with me. If I have another girlfriend by then but something goes seriously wrong, it'll be whoever.
We saw tonight, we're not going to see Sunday. You put this whole field together, it changes the entire game of how this race and the complexion of it handles.
And I heard you say Kyle Busch told his guys, boys, that was a Daytona 500 winning car. Old days used to come down here back in your days. If you wrecked that car in this duel, you were down and out. You're in big trouble. These cars, they're all built kind of the same. I think you're going to.
That's none of your goddamn business. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Well, let's look at the starting lineup for Sunday's 65th Daytona 500. Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson earned front row spots last night. Logano and Almirola swept the duels tonight. Chevy's on the front row, Ford's on the second. Christopher Bell's the only Toyota there in the top 10.
Teammate right beside him. Those RFK cars are fast.
I'll look back through the second 5 rows. There's Harvick in his final Daytona 500. Denny Hamlin, who's won it 3 times.
See some Toyotas there. That's a good pairing.
Rows 11 through 15. A lot of heavy hitters there. Ross Chastain, William Byron, Austin Dillon's a former winner.
Yes, that was basically a combination of a troll and a bot at the same time. Ty and Riley are starting in the back.
Will be likely in a backup car.
So a troll slash bot, a combination of both, had to get the last word in. They had to get the last fucking word in just to make it one more for the goddamn road. Wait,
You just heard Tony talk about.
wait, who didn't make it though? I'm trying to see.
And out back, rookies, Ty Gibbs, Connor Daly, Kyle Busch, who will be likely in a backup car. 7-time champ Jimmy Johnson.
The king of being all set.
Wow.
Yep, Austin Hill didn't make it. Oh, wow.
Accept all those pushes. That's a really good position to be in. Everybody we saw, whether it was Kyle Busch, Todd Gilliland, whoever it was, the lead car, really squirming when guys would get to them and give them that push. They're pretty aggressive in the duels. When it gets in the Daytona 500, people like Kyle Larson, you will not see them lift. They will drive through the guy in front of them.
Yeah, he's just keeping his fingers crossed, or I guess I should say bless him that he made it out of here. All right, another guy that made it out of here, Austin Cindric, finished second in this race. Jamie Little's with him.
Defending Daytona 500 champion Austin Cindric brings it home second there. He said you got all kinds of fields right now, but what kind of indication did you get from your car and how it drafted for Sunday?
Obviously, I think the theme tonight that every race makes take away is there's some fast Ford Mustangs all speed weeks in qualifying, race trim. So really proud of that. Proud of everyone at Ford Performance with the changes over the off season and everybody Roush Yates engine. I sent Doug a text last night at 11 p.m. when we were done with qualifying and told him.
Yeah, so bearing that we don't get any more trolls slash bots or a combination of both in here, is anybody, whoever's still whichever decent people are still in the chat, are there any last words you guys have to say before we go off the air and along with Fox? And what do you expect for Sunday's Daytona 500, whether it be in the race or on the stream?
Well, I mean, when you win this race, Jimmy, you know it's hard to back it up, but he's showing a lot of speed already, and it sounds like he's doing all the right things. Texting Doug Yates to tell him thank you for a great engine. He knows how to play the game, and he knows what's important here, but Austin Cindric always seems to have this cool, calm, collected confidence.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And bless, the race is over anyway, and once they stop, then Fox signs off, I'm signing off too. So in advance, thank you for tuning into the first stream of 2023 and the first in a long time since last year's Coke Troll Bot Free Coke Crash Fest 600 stream. Yeah, I'm gonna check the weather like Kevin LePage on my phone. It's gonna be 51 tomorrow, but when oh my God, Thursday it's gonna be 71 next Thursday. It might rain a little bit, but hopefully that changes. So we might be going outside on this coming Thursday again. February 23rd, when Deja comes back. All right, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll see you all on Sunday for the Daytona 500. Have a good, and I'll do a little special edition, stream outro. Have like a shortened version of what I usually do in my regular videos. Have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. Good night, Jerry Bear. And for the week, goddamn, pace yourself, bring your ass, be you. You have to, and bots too. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. Sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. Always bet on the side of love. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you just got to be present. You never fail until you stop trying. It never pays to worry too much about things. It's never too late to turn the day around. Another day on time, another day to shine. Sometimes you just got to flock yourself, trust your instincts, stand up for yourself, not back down to anyone. All for one for all. She love act different, and you got to bounce. Take care, everyone. Good night. See you all Sunday for the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, and then for the next stream. And one more video will be coming up after I end this. Thank you all for the birthday love. So see you later, everyone.